everyone, I'm Marcie Besecker, and I am an independent administrator with Stampin Up, and I'm from Clovis, California. Thank you for joining me. I have missed you guys. I have been gone for, I don't know, 12, 13 days, almost 2 weeks, because I was on vacation with my family. We went to Disneyland. We went to Hawaii for vacation, and we took our kids and grandkids, and it was our celebration for my 60th birthday last year and my husband's retirement this year. So he asked me what did I want to do for my 60th, and that is what I wanted to do. I wanted to have the kids together, get together, and let me see. My YouTube is kind of being goofy. 1 second. I'm going to refresh it. And so that's what we did. We took our kids and our grandkids, and it was a lot of work, but a lot of fun. We did, rental cars on every island. We did the Pride of America, which means we flew to Honolulu. We got on a ship that went to Maui for 2 days, Hilo, Kona, Kauai for 2 days, and then back to Honolulu. So it was a lot of fun. And I got to see 2 of my team members, Marcie and Barb, which was a lot of fun. And we did some exploring and some shopping and lunch. It was a lot of fun. And then in Honolulu, I met up with my customer, Deb, and we did some shopping and exploring and lunch, and it was a lot of fun. So, Deb, I have to tell you, when we went to Costco to buy these chocolate coffee bars, you got to choose which flavors you wanted. They put the wrong flavors in my box, so I had to go back and get the right flavors. But anyway, very excited. Welcome back. I know Hawaii was loads of fun. It was, Rose. It was so much fun. Barb, I did see that you need your numbers, and I'll give them to you in just a minute. Gloria, I have you signed up. Deb just signed up for bingo. Oh, okay, Deb. Just tell me what your numbers are, Deb. I'll write them down right now. Let's see, Deb. Just give me your numbers, Deb, so I can write them down. And, oh, wait a minute. I'm looking. Let me get past this. Deb Norman. Okay, Deb Norman, just give me your numbers and I'll write those down. Let me make sure I'm not missing anything else. Barb will give you your numbers in just a minute. It was a great way to celebrate. It was a lot. It would have been nice if everybody, Super D, yes, you can sign up right now. There's a link in the description below. I still do have kits if anybody is interested. Everyone, welcome back. I know, say, sounds wonderful time. So yeah, it was a lot of fun. It was a lot of work because we had to have rental car. There's 15 of us. 6 of us chose not to go on the cruise, but they met us in Maui for the 2-day layover. And then they went to Kauai and met us there for the 2-day layover. We had family pictures taken. That was a gift to us from the kids, thanking us for the trip. So I can't wait to see all of the pictures. And anyway, it was a lot of fun. Can't wait to see the cards. So excited. Yay, Lisa. So anyway, it was a lot of fun, but I was tired. I was tired because I had forms of, let's see, Deb, I just saw yours come through, so I'm going to write your numbers down right now. Okay, I got your numbers. So anyway, I had everything printed out for my husband. Like, okay, here, go get the rental car. Here, go get the rental equipment, because you can rent chairs and umbrellas and snorkel equipment and all that stuff. Anyway, it was a lot, but it was a lot of fun. We had lots of fun. It was a different cruise than I'm used to. Deb, yeah, they did change them because they gave me the dark chocolate ones, and I didn't want those. And so anyway, when I went back, he said, oh, I'm so sorry. How did that happen? Who helped you? And I said, you did. And he goes, oh. And then he gave me an extra bar, so I gave it to my daughter. Anyway, it was really fun. All right, so I know it's bingo night. We got a lot to cover. So Friday, I will be doing an unboxing. I'm getting my stuff tomorrow, but my plan is to do it Friday at my normal 3 o'clock video time. And I feel like I'm being cheated because I haven't even done a video for you on foil yet, but I have one ready for Monday, which is going to be this one here. So I will do this card for you on Monday, and that will be the foil card for us. I did that right before I left. It was so much fun. And if I can, I would like to sign up for bingo, but can't find Noreen. Down below where it's the description, click on the little more. You'll see some words and then it says more. Click on more and it'll open up, and look for July bingo, and then just go ahead and click on that and register there. Okay. Okay, Rosie, let me write you down here, Rosie. Oh, that's August. Sorry, I was just thinking, I thought you were already, okay, I gotcha. That's August bingo. August bingo is also open. If anyone is interested, you can register for August bingo. So we're going to move on, and Friday, we are going to do an unboxing of all the new goodies. I did them in 2 days instead of 1 day. It's killing me, but I knew I had bingo tonight. So I'm going to try and move bingos back up a week, because having them during this time every other month is going to be an issue, because we have online exclusives or catalogs or whatever. And then it's bingo night and I want to share the goodies. So I did 2 days. They'll be here tomorrow. I'll get everything put together, and Friday afternoon, let's enjoy ourselves and do our unboxing. So we'll do that. All right. So, I am looking at my messages on my phone, and so I can message and or look at your numbers. So if you're signing up, I can get them on there for you. Welcome. I'm sorry, I can't remember my numbers. Okay, Lisa, let me do your guys' numbers real quick. So Lisa, your numbers are 6, 9, 10, 25, 27. Barb, your numbers are 2, 5, 10, 22, 25. 6, 5, 10, 25, 27. Yep, Lisa, that's right. I actually don't see the more link. Huh, okay, let me look. I will try to go down here and copy it for you. Let me go over here. I will just copy the link and see if I can put it in the description for you guys. July bingo. And put that back up and put this in the chat. Let's see if this will work for you guys. Try that. You should be able to go there and see the link. All right, let me see. Bingo. Can't find the link. Okay, so hopefully that'll work for you guys. Thanks, Lori. I love doing unboxings. It's so much fun. Although that means I have to go through my papers and some different things and start pulling out, because I need to, I need my, my envelopes that I have my paper and stuff in and all that. And that means flat rate boxes are going to be coming your way again. I want to sign up for Lisa. The August bingo is also below. And if you click on this link and it goes to July, you could just go back and find August too. But Crystal, yes, your numbers are 3, 5, 9, 19, and 21. All right. Let's see. I think I have everybody else's numbers on here. Do you have me down for August, since we didn't have bingo last month? Lori, I believe you weren't available to play this month, so you're playing in August. Let me look real quick. Yes, I have you in August. That is correct. I do have you in August. Did mine go through? Let me see. My phone is a little slower than my phone. Yes. Noreen, yours did. So let me write your numbers down. For those of you that don't know and have not played with me before, you do not need your kits. Nobody has their kits today. Today is fun. Sit back, relax, let's chat, play. I'll create the projects. I'll be doing the bingo. Lori, no, because I believe you said you weren't available tonight. Let me double check. And so you wanted to move it to August. So if you want to do tonight, please sign up for July, but you are already in August, or I can move it to here and take you off of August. But let me know what your numbers are. Okay, so all right. So what we're going to do now is I'm going to show you a couple things. Lori, let me know what you want to do though. Okay. I'm going to show you a couple things. Somebody had asked me about May Bingo. Can they still get it? Yes, you can. So this was May Bingo. So if you're interested, there is a link on my blog. So these are the cards. And then we did this recipe box. And you're going to get some recipe cards in there. And you have everything to create this project. So, and you'll get the PDF. Wait, did I do a PDF for this? I don't remember. Sorry, my son's calling me, and I don't think he knows I'm on video right now. It's not my regular night. All right. So anyway, if you want this, that is still available. Go ahead and register for that. One more thing also, I do still have classes for this Violet Dreams class. So here are the cards. There's this one, and you do get a full PDF and video for all of these cards. Here's another one. There's that one, and then there's this one that opens like that, but it's a really cool front. And then I show you how to do this box, which the box does go flat. Let me show you. And you will get all of these cards to make. So your box will go flat, and show you how to make the box flat if you'd like to make boxes. And then you will get all of these cards and the envelopes to go with them. Okay, so that is still available. You can also just purchase it as a PDF if you'd like. But I do still have kits available. Okay, so if you purchase the suite from me, you get the class free. I will send you your kits and the PDF and video links for that. If you purchase, your links will be in your receipt. Okay, so make sure you look for that. You owed me one, remember, instead of a refund. Okay, I thought that's the one we moved to August, Lori, but I will double check it. Let me write you down. Yeah, because I thought for some reason you said, I'm not going to be available. Can you move me? But I'll go back and look at our messages. No problem. Okay, I got your numbers down. What's the price of the Violet Dreams? Oh, gosh. You know what? I do not remember, Lisa. I'm sorry. You know, I just came back from vacation. So, whew. But it's if you go to my blog where you sign up for classes and stuff, you could click on it and it'll give you all the information, and you don't have to... I think it's $120 because you get a lot of stuff. And that you either buy the suite or buy the class, but the product, I can order the product for you and send it to you too. I already paid for June. Oh, okay. All right, Lisa, Lori, we'll get it all figured out. No worries. Okay, so let's get started with bingo. Yay. All right, so we're going to start with card number 1. And this is our first card. I just absolutely love it. It was so much fun to create with. And you know me, I like to do some white, and then I add a little bit of color to it. So I'm going to show you what we did here. So let's get started with our card. So we do a project, and then we do a bingo, and then we go back and forth. So you got to be really careful. We've got lots of little pieces right here. So I should have put a dark color underneath me so I can keep them all. So this is a little thing I like to do. So if you take one of your silicone mats, you can lay it down and put everything on top. That way you don't lose it. And everything can go right on top so it doesn't slide around and get lost. So we're going to do that and move that up here. We're going to do a little bit of coloring, and let's put our inside together first. And of course I have another silicone mat. You know, it's really weird after you're on vacation for a while and you come back, you're like, why did I leave my room such a mess? And I have so many things to put away and put together. And I was playing with the foil before I came, which I still have all sitting in front of me. And these are all of my numbers. Look at, I was playing with my foil. I did a bunch of numbers. It was just so much fun. Who does not have the foil machine yet? I can tell you. I had one of the old style foil machines from a long time ago. And we're going to lay that right there and glue that on. And it's a lot heavier. It's a lot, it's just more cumbersome. I think this one, I mean, it just works so nice. I just love it. And so I was sad I didn't get a whole lot of time to play with it before I left. And I haven't had much time since I got home, since I've been doing laundry and trying to clean my desk a little bit. Nobody would know I've been trying to clean my desk because it doesn't look clean, but at least I can see my desk now. All right, so we're just going to add our inside like that to our card base. We're going to add it on top of our, I love this Golden Glow paper. It's so pretty. We're going to add that. I like to layer everything, you know, with layers. So I call this my, wow, all of a sudden all my kids, they're all calling me. So I call this my layer, and then this is my writing one. So my layers are 4 1/8 by 5 3/8. My white will be 4 by 5 1/4. And this one is ready to add to the inside. So normally I do my bonus card separate from bingo, which I will still do. I'm going to show it to you tonight. But it will be a bonus card, and I will be doing it next week, okay? All right, so there's that. All right, now we're going to take this one, and I actually had put this in my card, okay? So this one can go here, and then this one can go right here, okay? And you're going to see the gold around it, right? I did layer this up on a piece of gold and set it up there, and then I realized, well, that kind of looks silly because it's the same. I don't know if I have it right here. Oh yeah, it's probably this one right here. And then I realized I don't think I need that. So you guys may have an extra piece that this can go on here, and then this can go up, but you really don't need it. You're just going to lay that right there because we're layering up on top of it. We don't need to make the card thicker. So I decided, so yours might still be in there. I don't think I pulled them out, but you guys can save that for something else or use it if you'd like. Once I realized it, I was like, I don't need that extra. What is going on here? Okay, 2 down. All right, so I'm going to do my paper, and it's going to be like 1/8 of an inch. So I'm going to put this one on right about there. And I'm not going to push it down because I like to just lay this one up right next to it and make sure it looks good, and that's fine. So that's good. I'm good with that. This one we're going to be using glue because it's on an embossed piece. And you know I embossed these for you already. I tried there's a lot of new people watching and playing, so I thought I'd let you know. I try to provide everything for you, assuming that you do not have these pieces. I'm going to turn this one so this leaf is kind of going up. And so I emboss the pieces for you and die cut pieces out for you. I'm going to slide that in a little bit. This does not have to be equal to these, but I want these to be equal on the outside. Okay, because then we're going to layer all this up anyway. So, but now I got to just remember how I layered. Okay, we're going to glue this onto the gold. All right, so let's lay that there. And totally up to you if you want to put the circles in the circles. I kind of offset it so that the circles go in between the circles, but you want your spacing to be, you know, fairly even. All right, now remembering, okay, we are going to pop this up with dimensionals. I'm trying to keep my camera up just a little bit so you can see all the numbers in bingo. I mean, this isn't really detailed stuff right here. So if it's too far away, let me know and I will fix it. All right. Boy, have I been sleeping. We go to bed late anyway. It's so funny because I have customers that are like, you're still awake or you're awake, you know, and they're probably getting up in the morning, but that's just how we are. We watch our shows and I don't know why we're late people, but normally I'm up by, I don't know, 8 at the latest, but unless I just have to sleep, which this week for some reason I'm like 9:30. My grandson told me today, Ani, I just can't get enough sleep. I'm really tired. And he goes to bed at the same time as usual as he does, but he said in the morning it's hard. And the little one, he's sleeping too. I go, well, we're all trying to catch up. That's the fun of vacation, right? You got to get caught up. All right, so there we go. So there's our front of our card. We're going to go ahead and put this on, and I just put it right about kind of in the middle. You can put it wherever, however high or low you want it. I tend to go a little towards the top, like this is going to be a little bit smaller than this, but not a whole lot. All right. Hi, Dana. How are you? All right. Now let's do some stamping. We are going to take, so I gave you your label, okay, because I can't assume that you have this set. And so I'm going to switch something really quickly here, because I feel like the saturation on this is crazy. Let's see. Here we go. And let's move that. There we go. I think that looks a little bit better. All right. And I am going to zoom in a little bit because I feel like it's kind of far away for you guys. I can zoom it back out when we're ready. All right. Here we go. All right, so what we're going to do, and you don't have to do this part, but if you look at the card, I did the border, and the border's made for this label, and that's if you have the Fern and Flora set. This is what we're using, is the Fern and Flora, and this is the label, and then we're using this sentiment. So I'm going to try and get this around the outside. So I like to just kind of look at it. I like to put it on a larger block so it looks, so you can kind of see around it where you're at. All right. Hi, Julie. And we are just going to go in here. And I can tell right now that my label is crooked. So hold on. I'm gonna drop it again and re-pick it up because I feel like it's kind of wonky. There. Oh yeah, that's better. I could feel that my label was like a little weird. Okay, now let's see if we can get it somewhat straight. Now my head's gonna be in the way, but okay, that's a little high right there, but that's okay. We're gonna cover part of that corner up with flowers anyway. So, all right, so there's that. So now let's get our sentiment. So that was the Peaceful Pine. And now we're going to use black. Now you could also use Secrecy because our card has Secrecy on it. So you could definitely do that. And we're going to use our sentiment. You make the world a better place. And we're going to put that right here. All right, so there we go. You make the world a better place. I thought that was such a neat sentiment. Now, the next thing we're going to do is I'm going to bring in some paper. We can put that over here with our goodies. And we're going to do some coloring. So remember I told you that I like to do a lot of white and then I color it. So we're going to bring in this leaf right here. And we're going to bring in, I grabbed the wrong color. We're going to bring in light. Uh-oh, where is it? I think it's in my bucket here. Light soft seafoam. I'm just going to grab all my colors right now because light soft seafoam is what we're going to use. And we're just going to color our white leaves here. I like it because it's a lot softer than if you were to cut the paper. And plus, if you're doing a lot of die cutting everything in white is really easy. It's a lot easier than switching out your colors. And, you know, so many times we end up with extra little scraps of white. And so this is really a smart way to do it. All right. One of the things I wanted to remember, I have on my list over here, which I threw somewhere, to remind you guys, if you are a customer of mine, or if you don't have a demonstrator and you would like a catalog, I am using the Stampin' Up mailing. It is a lot cheaper to do it that way for me. If I get it and then do the packaging and the labeling and everything, it's just way more expensive. So, and I am going to be going on vacation again. So I want to make sure that those are getting out to you. And so, please go to stampinup.com and make sure you're registered under there with all of your information, because what's happening is we went into a new system, and the system kind of gives you it puts a little mark next to your name saying we don't have all of their information, so they won't send you the catalog. You're not registering, I guess, or whatever in their system now. And so if you could please do that, that way I have you in the system and I can get that catalog to you. All right, then we're going to take the centers of our flowers. We have 3 centers. And this little guy right here. I know it's really hard to see them, but these 3 little centers of the flowers. And I am going to color them with the light golden glow. So we're just going to, I know it's really hard to see these little guys. They are so tiny. And we're just going to color right here the centers of these little flowers, these little guys. Yeah, it's a soft seafoam blend. I don't know what I said, but yes, soft seafoam, light soft seafoam. was that other one. And this one is the light golden glow. And I just try to hold it with my pokey tool because they're so tiny. And like I said, it's so much easier to do everything in white because then you can decide your colors later and be like, oh, what color flowers do I want? I have them all cut out already, and then you can decide what you want for these kinds of things. Okay. All right, so that was light golden glow. So those are done. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to bring this back in with all of our pieces. So we have our sentiment and our leaf. Those are done. I did these for you. So I have Peaceful Pine and I think this is Mossy Meadow. So I have these two for you. So those are done. Now we're going to do our flowers. So what I do, I'm going to move these butterflies out of the way because those are last, but I don't want to lose them. And this is going to go with that flower. I've got this large one, and then this is a long one. And this is how I kind of figure it out. This is a long one, and this is a large one. Okay, so we are going to stick our flowers together, but you know what I need to do? I need to clean off my pokey tool. It's got glue, so I got to get alcohol and clean that off. All right. Okay, so we're going to glue right here in the center of this guy. And we're going to glue right in the center. Oh, wait, I take this back. This one, okay, let me get where's my pokey tool here? I've taken tools off and switched things, so I think, see, I have all my things, but I don't have so I'm going to have to grab my other one, which I also can't find. Where did it go? Okay, well, I can't find it, so I guess we're going to do this one. So we've got this big fat one, and what we're going to do is we're going to take the long one and put the fat one on top of it. Okay, so I just couldn't remember. We're going to take this long one, we're going to put glue right here. This is how I did it last time, and it worked out really nice. We're going to take this one and we're going to lay it right on top. Right there. Okay. And then we're going to take our 3 little flowers, and we're going to take the largest one, which looks like a starfish. And we already put glue right there, so we'll take this guy and just put it right on top. Okay, now we're going to do the same. This is the little guy, so we're going to take the longer, skinnier one, and we're going to put the short, chubby one on top. So the longer ones go on the bottom, and the shorter ones go on the top, but the chunkier ones where you can see the leaves. So you can tell that this is the longer one, and then the little short one goes over on top. Wouldn't it have been easier to use golden cardstock? You could, Rosie, but I really like to do all the white cutting and then decide as I go what color I want to do and color, and I have the die cutting already done. And the golden would have been a lot darker, and it would have just not, this one's a little more subtle, and I like that. So whatever you choose to do, but that would definitely work. Okay, we're going to take this little guy and put it right here on the smaller one. Okay, so you've got those 2 flowers are done. Now on this flower, what you're going to do is you're going to lay this one, and I put it right along the, let's see, which side did I do it on? You can do it in the middle, the right side, the left side, however you like to do it. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to first add a little bit of glue right here at the top in the middle, because I want this little piece to sit up at the top as soon as I can get it over here. Okay, so I'm going to put this one. And now I just cleaned all the glue off of my little pokey, so of course it's not going to work for me. So I need to turn that. and drop. There we go. And I'm going to drop that to kind of poke out the top right there. And then I'm going to add glue right on the bottom here. And I'm just going to go right along the edge there. You don't need a whole lot. And I don't know where my pick tool went. And then we're just going to lay that right there. And I'm going to squish this guy down in here a little bit over to the right. And then you can move your petals wherever you want them. I'm going to move them up. And then there. So that's good. All right, so we've got our flowers done. So we're just going to bring our card back in. I'll slide this all out of the way. And our butterflies. And the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to bring our sentiment in and put it where I want it. And then we'll put our flowers and everything around that. So this one's just about done. All right. All right, so here's that. We're going to put it right. I'm just going to lay that really and kind of put it where I want it, which is there. And then for this one, I like to just use glue. So I'm just going to do a glue straight down the front. And then I like to just kind of, you don't need to squeeze, just kind of do some. I don't want the petals to, and then you can just go up to the top as much as you want. I don't mind the petals kind of being loose. I just want to make sure it stays where I want it to go. And then if you need to cut it, you can cut it. But we're going to go right about here and like that. All right. And then we're going to take this one. And now we're going to lay this one here. And you can cut pieces or whatever you want. I'm going to tuck it under. So I'm going to add some more glue. And I just add more towards the base, mainly because that's going to be covered up, like where the bow's at and stuff. And the top, I'm not too worried about. If I need to tack it under later, I can. And I'm going to lift up this sentiment just a little bit and tuck this under. Now, if you want to do the sentiment last, you sure can. I like to know where my sentiment's going to go and then kind of work around that. Okay, so there's that. Now, we are going to add glue to our flower pieces. So I'm going to add, this one's going to be tall. So I'm going to lay this down. Whoops. I like this one to be taller, just so it takes up a lot of space up there. This one I'm going to put right here. And this one, whoops, I'm going to turn sideways kind of, and then just put it right here. Okay, we'll let those dry for just a minute. We are going to use mini dimensionals on the back of the flowers, so let's get those ready. All right, so we're going to turn these over carefully. And I'm going to add my dimensionals right where the green and the white are together so that it holds our flowers on, because they're still kind of wet. I'm going to put one right here. And let's see if I have a half of one. Nope. Let's see what I cut. I don't mind if it's partially cut or all the way cut. And I barely got it, but that's okay. This will work. Put one right there. And then I need more cut though. Let's go to the side of that. That's the one problem, is trying to cut them without the tops on them. All right. And I'm going to put this one right here on the leaf. All right, so I'm good with that. So let's bring this right about, kind of figure out where you want your leaf. I think I'm going to mean my bow. I'm going to put my bow there, so I want my leaf to go right about there. And I'm going to cut off the stem because I really don't care to see the stem, because this is going to go right here anyway. This stem you kind of need to see because it's the bottom of that branch. But you could also turn your bow so that it's kind of covering right there. So in that case, I'm gonna cut it off because you don't need that. All right, so of course I'm gonna do my glue dots. I'm going to fix this one kind of came undone a little bit, so fix that. Add my glue. And I'm going to turn that. This is going to go right at the bottom of the green stem with the flowers. And then this one, my little bow here, is going to cover it. But notice I'm covering where this was stamped a little crooked. So I'm going to cover that up right there too. So my bow is going to go on there. And we're covering up where that stem would be. We're at the end of this one. I cut this stem at the bottom off so you can't see it right here. And we're kind of covering up that this sentiment, the outline border is just a tad off. So that looks much better. Now we take our butterflies. I love the end color butterflies. They are so pretty. We're going to put one right here. And then we have this little guy following Mama. And then we have the little wanderer child, the one wandering, wait for me, right there. So there we go. Look how pretty that is. I absolutely love this whole suite. It's so pretty, and every card I've made that I've done or even seen with this, I just love, love, love. Thank you, Lisa. I appreciate that. So there we go. That is card number 1. All right, so we'll set this one aside and let's get ready for some bingo. All right. Good luck to everybody. Move all this. All right. All right, here we go. Everybody ready? Let me bring this camera back up a little bit. And zoom up. That should be good. And let's go. Thank you. I'm glad you guys like it. All right, here we go. Number 20. Now remember, at the beginning, I go a little faster. Oh, and let me just say the rules really quickly. So for bingo, you can only win bingo one time. If you are the second person that says bingo, then you can get a consolation prize. I'll send it with your kit. However, you can also opt to say, I don't want a consolation prize. I want to continue playing bingo. And then that way you still can play bingo because we still have, multiple bingos to go. Also, your kits should go out in the mail tomorrow or Friday. They're ready to go now in case I, boo-boo something. Then I'm going to have to fix your kits. And if you do win, please put your order in by the end of the month so that I can get your order put in the same month as bingo is, because that just helps me with my records and my memory. And you cannot pre-order items because I usually order them myself. And so number 1, I can't do that. But number 2, I'm not allowed to. If you have any items out of stock, I'll let you know. And then what I do is I screenshot your total. I'll send it to you. The first 100 I pay, so I give 4 $100 prizes. You are still, I'm going to look at my email real quick. You are still able to do bingo if you are interested. Right now we are just doing the very first bingo, but even if we're into the second one and you still want to play, you can. You just can't go back to win the first bingo. Okay, and I think that's about it. Your bonus project, which I always give you a 5th project, is your bonus project. I will be doing that video next week, but I will show you the card today. It's usually a little bit of a longer project, so I will show you that, and then I'll do the video on it next week. Also, I go a little faster at the beginning. Here is number 2, because obviously you can't win bingo yet. Once I start seeing people get close, I slow down. As you can see, you're going to put a B in the comments if one of these is your number. And then BI on the same line. Here's number 18. And so you'll put BI, BING, and so on as you get bingo. And it's the first person that calls bingo. There's number 28. The first person that calls bingo is the winner of that bingo. I verify the numbers, and then we move on to the second card project. Number 22. And thank you all for playing bingo. I know the summer months are rough, and so it's harder on me to wait to do bingo. Here's number 19. Because I usually make the same amount or ish each month, knowing about what I get every month. Summer months are a little harder because people are gone, and I get it. But if you are going to play, the sooner you register, the better for me. Thank you. Number 11. And then even if you want to pay later in the month, that's fine, as long as I have you down. All right, Noreen has a BIN. There's a lot of BIs. Here we go, number 1. Number 16. Number 6. Hi, Steph. Number 8. All right, so there's lots of B's. Oh, Sherry also has a BIN. Lots of BIs. Number 17. Ooh, Sherry with the BING. So this is where I'll start slowing down, because Carol has a BIN, because I'm ahead with when I do closed captions, it slows down the real time versus the recording time. So I tend to slow down a little bit right here. Number 26. So that somebody doesn't call bingo here and I've got these numbers out, and then there's a lot of bingos when they really didn't get bingo because we should have stopped back here. So I do tend to slow down a little bit, and you'll notice that little bit of a lag for me calling numbers. So I hope that makes sense. All right, Deb. Oh, Sherry has a bingo. Let's look. All right, Sherry. 2, 6, 11, 20, and 26. Yes. Congratulations, Sherry. So Sherry won the first bingo. Number 1. Yay, congratulations. Very good. Congratulations, Sherry. I don't see any other winners, so this bingo is over. And now we will go on to project number 2. All right, congratulations. Okay, the numbers are all back in. And here we go with project number 2. So project number 2, I wanted to make a masculine card, but I wanted to use our happy birthday. So we used the words and wishes bundle, and this one is the one that has best wishes. Let's see, thank you for you happy birthday. So there's different ones you can do. And so we used this one, and I wanted to do a masculine card. And so this is what we did here. Just did a happy birthday and added our fish. We added a cat's tail. And so let's do this card. Now, I will tell you, finding the eyes were very, 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 very difficult. So, but we did it. So let's do that first. So here's your birthday. Here is our happy. Now, if I were doing this at home and I was only doing one of these, I would do adhesive tape on your words. But I did not, because you're only putting one card together. And a lot of times the adhesive tape can be a little tricky trying to put everything together. Your eye is in here. So you can see right there, that little eye right there in the side of your Post-it note. What set has the words? It is called Words and Wishes. The bundle is 167897. And this is a year-long stamp set. So if you look, you've got some leaves. You've got some confetti. These are little presents. I don't have the stamp set out because I didn't use it. So you've got some different options here. And I believe this is a birthday cake with the plate and the stand. And then you've got this label. So it's a really cool set. And this is, I put on here YL. So it's one of our year-long sets. Okay, so you might think about that because it's a really cool set. So let's pull in our silicone mat. We're going to put that there. And as long as your nozzle is clean, it's pretty easy to do. So what I'm going to do is pull this over, and I'm just going to grab the very top of the bee. And I am going to just, you don't need to do it super thick. You just need to have some glue on there, right? You could do a little thicker on your bigger letters if you want. All right. All right, so there we go. And if it's easier for you, use your tweezers. And so I'm going to grab right there and go over here. And I'm looking mostly at my TH right here where that line's going to go, my D and that. So if you're looking at your T, you're going to be pretty good. All right, so there's that part. Let's do our B. I'm going to grab it right in the middle, but up a tiny bit because it's thicker right there in the middle. And then I'm going to wipe this off again with a baby wipe. If you're using a smaller tip, it's much nicer to work with if that's cleaned off. If it's sticky and you have any glue on there, your glue's not going to come out as nicely and it's going to stick and it's kind of a pain. All right, so there's our B. Let's move that. Put our B right there. Okay. Now, for the magic, we've got our little, gosh, I wish I could find my pokey tool. Even my other, not my pokey tool, but my other, I do have another, oh, here, I have this one. It's my generic one, but we're just going to have to use it because my Take Your Pick tool has every other end on it except that right now. All right, so we're going to take, here's our eye. Now what you want to do is look and see. We've got the dark blue side, and then we've got the lighter side, and we want the lighter side. Okay, oh, it's sticking, so I'm going to leave it like that and see if it'll stick. And we're going to put just a little tiny, I'm going to pull this eye down just a little bit. Put a little tiny dot right there, and I'm going to drop this dot right there, but I'm not going to squish it down. I'm going to leave that there, but these are kind of high. I'm going to put this down a little bit. There we go. Okay, so that is, I put, the glue is a little bit too much right there. So I'm just going to let it dry and start getting tacky, and then I'll push it down. All right, so let's get these. Again, I'm going to lay it down like this. I'm going to go right here, and then I'm going to add our glue. All right, so there's that. All right. Now, same thing here. I think I'm going to go right in the middle. As long as you can get both sides, because those big H's is a good amount of space that you can add glue. Okay. Silly me, I used this paper and I used the reverse side, but I really like how it looked. So, all right, so there's your happy and there's your birthday. So we're just going to move those aside. Let those dry. We don't need that. So don't lose your Post-it because that has your eye in it. All right, now our inside like normal. Let's see, where's my other... You know how when you start out with 2 silicone mats and then all of a sudden you have 1 and you're like, okay, where did it go? I was under my bingo numbers, of course. All right, and then I'm going to look at my fish. It looks like, well, here, these are the fins that are underneath. So, and that's a fin that's on top. So this is how this piece of paper goes. But if you want to turn it over to the waves, you can do that too. Because some of them are a little harder to see than others. Like this one's a little difficult, but I could tell which way it goes. So we're just going to add these fish on the inside. And let's add our blue. Again, I like to bend it right there. I probably gave it to you a little long with whatever my scrap piece is, which always works out perfect for this. Give it that finished look. All right. Then we can take that off and that little sliver of the DSP. Okay, that looks good. And we are going to put this on the inside. We got to put on our layer first. Again, this is 4 by 5 1/4, and then the Misty Moonlight, I did 4 1/8 by 5 3/8. That's my normal go-to sizes. What paper does the Happy Birthday come from? Oh, oh gosh, let me think about that for a second. I'll go try to pull it. It's like one of those sets that just has like everyday something. It's like all the different kinds of paper in it. I'll see if I can pull it out. Hold on. I think I have an extra right here. I think this is a Paper Melody. I believe it's this one. Let me see. It's not, this one's not open. But the other ones I took it out and used it, so pretty sure. Hi, Deborah Davis. How are you? Okay, so this one has all these different papers. And, ooh, the polka dots. I think this is the one. Let's see. Yep, here we go. So it's this. And it has the denim on the back side. So it's denim on one side, the blue tiny polka dot. There's the bigger polka dot. This is really a cool look at stripes. Got wood and flowers. This is a really cool set. It's got lots of different kinds of things. So again, this is paper medley, and it's 167759. I will add the supply list to the bottom of this video after the video because I did not have time beforehand, but I will add it. All right, so let's put this on the inside of the card. Have you guys noticed that I like using white card bases the most? I just really do. I like the thickness of them. I like that it brightens your card up. Now, I don't always, but I do, I would say 95% of the time. I just think it looks brighter, and I really like layering my projects up. And so I like layering with color, although I have layered with white before. All right, so this one, what we're going to do is we're going to layer our wood here, and then we're going to layer and put our fish down here. So let's do our wood first. Now you could change it. You could put this on the top. You can put this on the bottom. The problem is this is really busy, and you probably won't see it quite as much as you would the wood. So I'm going to choose to do the wood and the fish. All right, so again, we're going to be doing this at 1/8 of an inch. So just give yourself, if you're doing it like this, as long as you're looking at the two sides and you leave about the same amount on the top as you do the side, then you're good. So we're going to lay that there, and then we're going to do our fish. Let's move him. And you don't want to lay these down quite yet because we need to add our string. So now what I do is I grab it at the top and I go like this, and I look at the bottom. You want to make sure your papers align on the sides and your top and your bottom. All right, now what we're going to do is we're going to take our string, and we're going to have enough to tie. So leave an amount there, and then just go around 2 times, and then you'll have some to tie yourself a little knot. Okay, and now what I do is I'm going to cut this fairly short, and then what I'm going to do is I'm going to put something underneath here. Like, let me see what I have. I have just a piece of paper right here. So we're going to lay this piece of paper down, and then take your pokey tool and just kind of fray your ends of your paper. You don't want to do it on your card because you might rip your paper. But we want it to look, you know, kind of like tattered, is that the right word? Tattered strings or ropes or whatever, so that it can be frayed and aged, because then, okay, so there we go. We're just going to leave that. Now what we're going to do is we can go ahead and add this on the front now of our card base. And what I do is I'm going to run tape over my, okay, so you pretty much have tape, but I want to make sure that my string is covering my line, my divided line between the two papers. Good, trying to relax and have some fun. Oh, Hawaii was amazing, Deb. I'm going to talk more about it on Friday. Bingos are such a long night. I didn't want to go too crazy, but it was wonderful. We had a wonderful time. Wonderful, wonderful. The kids surprised us and got a photographer, and we all, well, we knew we were going to take pictures, but the kids got a photographer to come and take pictures of all of us. So we have like some of just me and Rick, some of me and the kids, some, you know, both of us with the grandkids, and then each family got pictures, and yeah, it was a lot of fun. All right, so now we're going to do happy birthday. So I'm going to take the happy, and we're going to add our dimensionals on here. So let's get these. Oops, hello. It was wonderful. All right, now I'm going to bring the minis in and just kind of fill in. And I don't think you have to put every little, you know, like these. I don't think you have to put those down like all crazy, but I'm going to lay that there. Just lay it softly. Okay, we're going to take this now and hope that our glue is, oh yeah, it's tacky now. So I'm going to push that down. That's good. Okay. All right, now that would have squeezed everywhere had I done it earlier. All right, I like to just put it in the bigger spots. This one I can do both. This one and this one. And I think I'm going to put one right there. Maybe one of the little half ones right there. And I have another little half one I can put right there. And I'm not even worried about that. It'll be fine. So we're going to put that like right here. So happy. See, now we can tilt this just how we want it. Happy birthday. Okay, still they're not pushed down yet because now we need to do a little bit of coloring. So we have our white little foxtail thing here. So what we're going to do is get our colors, and we're going to do, that's ivory. I don't want ivory. Let's see, what color did I do? We're going to do light pecan pie, and we're going to do our foxtails at the top. Okay, we're going to do that one and this one. Foxtails. Okay, there's our foxtails. We're going to do our light old olive, and we're going to do our leaves. So let me turn it this way a little bit. All right, so we're just going to do our leaves, and I'm going to wait a minute and we're going to do something with that real quick. As soon as I get my dark old olive, and I need, let's see, my light crumb cake. And we're going to do our stems there. Okay. Now what I did with our old olive is now I'm going to take dark old olive and I'm going to take the bullet point side and I'm just going to do a little, I'm just going to add some little dots. And just keep dot, 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 dot. We're just going to give it a little texture. Okay, I know you're like, oh, that looks weird. It does. Because now if you look at it, that looks kind of weird, right? But if you take your light and you go back over it, you're going to darken it up, the green up a little bit, and you're going to smooth out the dots. Okay, just keep, there you go. Now it's just going to look like, let me show you, that it's got some texture on there. Okay, so now we're going to take this guy and we're going to put it on with our mini. Uh-oh, did I get that corner? Yeah, make sure you don't have a white, oh, I do have a white spot right there. Here's light. Right, where did it go? Right here. Okay, there we go. All right, now we need a mini glue dot right here. And then I'm not worried about putting a glue dot on top of those because they're going to go right here where our twine is at anyway. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to add some glue right at the base of both of those foxtails. And I'm going to put that right on the foxtail here, and this one can go right up on the word, and then I'm going to put that right there. All right, so we've got our fur right there, and now we have our gems. And now we can put our words down. I like where they're at. We're going to add our gems on here. And it's a great, quick, masculine card. And look at what a little bit amount of that fishing paper that we used. But I love that it's got the Misty Moonlight, and we brought that in here with this, and it just goes really well with the fishing paper. And you could even use the other paper. I mean, the paper is so amazing. You could use that one with the little life jackets and the little, what are those? The not the buoys. What are those things called? Well, whatever those things are. So you can use any of that paper, really. It's awesome paper, but it's a great, simple, masculine card. So that's card number 2. So yay. All right. Oh, good. I'm glad you guys liked it. All right. So now let's get busy for our second bingo. Thank you guys for everyone that's registering for August bingo. I really appreciate it. It's going to be on the 19th. Oh, and I will be doing some holiday items in that bingo too. Number 28. So here's my dilemma. I was going to do all holiday bingo next month, but I already have a couple cards ready for bingo. But I think what I might do is set those aside for September bingo, which will also, I'm sure, have some holiday bingo in it. Some holiday cards. All right. Number 29. So just be aware that if an item is retired and I'm creating a bingo card for it, that's probably why. We all know, right, how things can change. But I think I only have 2 created, so we can push those off. 27, because now, of course, we've got to all have the holiday. Let me know if you're good with holiday bingo next month, or if you want a mixture. Number 4. Number 6. I'm glad you guys like the card. I always try to throw a masculine one in every couple times because sometimes it's really hard to come up with them. Number 24. Not hard, but I just have to, whenever I need them, I'm like, oh crud, I don't have one. Love holiday bingo. Okay, that sounds good. Number 16. So everybody let me know if you're good with holiday bingo, then that's what we shall do. Number 10. A mixture. Okay, Ellen has a BIN. Lots of BIs already. 21. 21. Lisa. Holiday bingo from Rose. Number 3. Ooh, Ellen is a BING. All right. Number 5. Remember, you can only win bingo one time. You are more than welcome to continue playing bingo for fun. Ooh, Ellen. Let's see. Where are we? Here we are. 6, 10, 21, 24, and 27. Congratulations, Ellen. Wow, that seemed like it was fast. Number 2. Congratulations. I don't see any other ones. Make sure, everybody, if you are behind with bingo and I've called bingo done and you're still playing, like Rosie and Paula. Make sure you grab your red bar from below and pull it all the way over to the side. You want to pull it all the way over to make sure you're caught up. If anybody happens to jump off the page, or if you're in Chrome and you go to other tabs and come back, or close and come back, for whatever reason, it delays it. So make sure you grab that bar and pull it all the way over here, because you would hate to win a bingo and we're already done, or, you know, and moved on to something else. So just be aware of that. All right, congratulations. Let's move on to card number 3. Flowering Meadows is one of the bundles that I really, really like. And so this is the Flowering Meadows. And, oh, bingo, dies are inside. I wrote that because dies are so little on this set. I didn't give it a full envelope of itself. And because there isn't a label on here. If there would have been a label, then I probably wouldn't have, because I could have used the labels for many things. But this one, I really can't. So I decided, okay, I'm just going to leave this in here. And then that way, I have my dies together with this. All right. All right, so here we go. Except now I can't get my thing in here. My label. There we go. All right, so there's that. Now, let's move on to this project here. So we have this. This is our card. We're using the Just Because sentiment here. Just this one right here. Just because. And because sometimes, you know, you just need a card that says just because. So this one's going to be super simple. Another same on the inside. You can always add other things if you'd like. So these are a little bigger. I'm going to move all of that off. And let's do the inside first. All right. This one's really nice. It's got that velvet paper on there. It's so pretty. And this is the same paper pack that I'm using for my my foil card when I do it next week. So next week will be the bonus card for bingo and my foil card that I've already got done. I had to play with it before I left, so I printed some sentiments and some numbers, and then I decided to make a card. And oh my gosh, I had so much fun. And I have to say, like I said at the beginning, I have had a foil machine before. And this one, by far, outranks that one. It is so much easier and thinner, and it's just, to me, foils very, very nicely. So I am excited to play with it some more. All right, so we have the Peaceful Pine, which I love, and the Flowering Meadow paper. I mean, you know what? I'm not sure what this paper is called. It's all going to be on the description below once I get my all my supplies will be listed. I didn't get them on there today. My son had called me and said, hey, we're going to go out to breakfast. Do you want to go with us? And I was like, I wasn't going to go because I knew I had stuff to do. And then I was like, you know what? Yes, I am coming. When your child calls you and says, hey, do you want to go? You say, yes. Yes, I do. So, so my supply list is not done, but I will get it done. All right, so now for the front. So that's the inside. And then for the front, what we're going to do is we're going to add this. And I'm going to decide which way I want my flowers, my paper to go. And I'm going to do that. We're going to take our white piece, which I used this embossing folder. And I've already embossed it for you. So we're going to layer this up here, and it's going to go on here, and it goes side to side. So the white goes side to side. So I'm going to put that together first. And we'll use our glue. And I like to kind of wiggle it on here just so I make sure it goes in and out of the grooves. And don't use liquid on, don't use seal. Because I want to, I also like to put it here so that it doesn't wiggle around. It's a little easier for me to put together. All right, so we're going to put that across. And the white is a little longer on that side, and that's okay. Then I'm going to just put it here, and you want to kind of decide where you want to put it. It doesn't have to be, I'm going to put that there, and I'm going to I want this to go pretty much at just above the bottom. So I think I'm going to go right about here. So I'm going to mark that with my nail and say, okay, that's where I want it to go. Okay. And then I got to figure out, this goes this way. And then I can take this off because I saw my nail mark right here. So I'm going to line this up right here. My nail mark is here, which is just above this right here. So I'm going to slide that up. That is enough. As long as this is straight, you're pretty safe to be straight on that. I'm going to use this to trim it. What I do is I go down just so this paper, I can hit it up against the blade. And then I know that this is all I had to take off. There wasn't that much, but now it's trimmed. When your kids call, yep, Velvet Meadow. Thank you. I knew it was Velvet and Meadow something, but the Meadow, Flowering Meadow is the stamp set. Thank you. Yeah, so we had to go, and we went to a place called Batter Up, and guess what I had? Deb, you're going to laugh. I had macadamia and banana pancakes, and they had coconut syrup, and I did not know that. So that's what I had. I haven't even tried the stuff I brought home yet, but that's what we had. It was really good. I think I would have preferred the pancakes with the nuts and not the bananas because it even made it sweeter. And I had bacon too, and their bacon was really good. But anyway. All right, so now we have our front done, and we're not tying anything on it or anything, so we can go ahead and add this card base on. So that's when I like to add it on, when I know I've got everything that needs to be on it, the basics, and then now I can add it on. Of course, we're going to bring this on so we can see the edge a little easier. Ooh, Big Brother's on tonight. Who watches Big Brother? I know, I watch a lot of reality TV, but nothing else is on right now. There we go. So there's that. Now you could have embossed this. I did not. Oops, but I want to poke out all my little chads out of my flowers because that is one of the things that bothers me. Sometimes my nails can do it enough that they've been in the sand and on the beach, so I need to get them done anyway. We're just gonna get all those off. There we go. So you might have to take those off of your piece. And then I call this the paper plate one. Doesn't that look like a paper plate? Because of you, my cards look better with me using the silicone mat and pokey tool more often. Oh, I'm glad, Lori. I have to. I like that the silicone mat makes it not move around. And it also, you can see your edges better. And a pokey tool is a must. When they say which tool to use the most, I'd have to say the pokey tool. All right, I glued them because you don't want them too tall. We're using these dreamy flowers. They're going to be tall anyway. You could emboss this if you want, but there's so much texture going on between the paper, the velvety stuff, and the embossing. I decided not to, so we're just going to add our paper plate here and put that down in the middle. right here. They don't look like my paper plates because we use Chinette because my husband and I decided it's worth it. You know how there's some things in life you just think, you know what, you just have to do this or you just have to do that. So China, but we use the lunch size ones because if we have the big plate ones, you know, we would fill them up, and we don't need to do that. All right, so let's take our paper plate. We're going to just move it over for now. Let's get our flowers in here. And we're going to add our little yellow centers. So pretty. Okay, they're the same flowers, so it doesn't matter. Same center. So what I'm going to do is wipe this off and take my tweezers. Oh, let's take this. All right, we're going to take your pick tool, which mine's not, because mine is a spatula or something else right now. I've got two tools and I've got every tool on there but that one. All right, we're going to lift this up and grab it. And I could have put glue on here, but you know what's going to happen if I do that is it's going to be not the right amount and it's going to ooze all over because I don't have my flower right there, my piece. So now we know it's not going to ooze all over because it's on the yellow like it should be. So if I took a guess, it might be too much or not enough. So I'm going to put that on. And you don't need a whole lot, especially because these little yellow pieces have lines on them. And then you don't want to have the glue coming oozing out. So we're going to just kind of do the best we can here. And there we go. So there's our flowers. And then we're going to take our leaves, let's move our flowers out of the way. Let's do our sentiment. We need to stamp it. And we're going to say just because, and I did it in Berry Burst. Such a pretty color. And I did it on, I think this is the bubble gum, bubble bath. I do the same with my nail powder. I have it's called Bubble Bath. It's by OPI. And I call it bubble gum all the time. So we're going to put our sentiment right here in the middle. My sister is keeps sending me reels. I'm sorry. I'll turn that off. It's either my sister or my husband. Well, or my son. They're all real happy. Okay. All right. So let's take this and we're going to take our Peaceful Pine. I keep wanting to call it Pleasant Pine. So if I do, oops. All right, so we're just going to add a little bit of glue here. I'm going to add it down the middle because it'll squish outwards as I'm putting it down on my Peaceful Pine. So pretty. Okay, now what we're going to do is we are going to add everything to the card. Yay. All right, so for the card, I'm just going to do liquid because we can. I'm going to do it a little thicker because it's going on this embossed piece, and this is texture too, but this is in the middle, so I'm just going to make sure we put enough. You notice I don't go all the way to the edges. I don't think that's Barely Blush. It could be, but I think Barely Blush is a lot lighter. I could be wrong. Let me see. You could be right. Yep, it is Barely Blush. You are absolutely correct. It is Barely Blush, and I should have known because these I know are Barely Blush, and it looks the same. So yes, thank you. All right, so I want this to go just a little bit below and centered. So I'm going to go right there and add that. I'm just going to hold it for a minute because a lot of that thicker glue is right here, but then there's some up here. And I just want to make sure that it gets stuck really well. All right, so my bow, I want my bow to be a little shorter. Okay, so my bow is going to go about here. So we need to put dimensionals on our leaves. So we're going to use a lot of minis right here. All right, so let's do minis. And these I will do them on the leaves because I don't want them to get stuck on anything. And some of them are very close, so you have to be really careful putting them on. You don't want to see them hanging off the side. Thank you so much, you guys, for the thumbs up and the hearts. I appreciate it. I just saw a bunch of hearts going up a little bit ago. Thank you so, so much. I have to say, doing bingo when you come back from vacation, probably not the smartest thing because you're trying to get back into everything and getting back into the groove. And I feel like I'm so far behind. So many things are happening. And service on the boat, none. Very, very little. So if you saw me post, it was probably because we were on shore. Okay, so notice I didn't push these down. I'm just kind of laying it there because we need to put our sentiment on right here. So we're going to put our sentiment, and we need to have space to do that, but I also want to have the flowers kind of going out and taking up the space in the, we're going to go right about here. So I'm just straightening that out. Right about there. All right, and then we're going to add our flowers here. I'm going to do them on the outside, I think, because I think we're going to go right up to, oh, this one shows through. I don't want that to happen. So we're going to take that one back off carefully and twist it. There we go. All right, so this one goes here. And then this one goes over there. Just have to move them. There we go. And I'm going to put this one up here and on that one, but I'm going to turn that one a little bit so that it's closer. And then we're going to add our bow down here. We'll add our glue. We'll add those right where the tips of the green are at is where I put it. Now we need our flowers. We'll put this guy right here. And then I'm going to put this one and this one. All right. So there we go. So notice I pull them over to go into the white some because I want to kind of fill that in and not leave it all, you know, open because there's not a whole lot. I mean, yes, we are adding those little flowers in there, but you kind of want to fill up that spot with your images and have your flowers kind of be the main focus on there. Okay. I always called that the quarter edge. Oh, this, yeah, you're right. It does look like a quarter edge, but it looks like a paper plate to me. All right, let's go with another bingo. Oh, good. I'm glad you like it, Susan. Yeah, you could make it to where the flowers go upward. But I like it like daisies or like What's the other flower that goes down like that? The name just escapes me, but I like it like this better. So, all right. Good luck, everybody. So beautifully done. A level of detail. It's funny trying to look at the TV and the iPad and how delayed the TV is. Yeah, there is a delay for sure. All right, here we go. Good luck, everybody. Oops, number 10. So this is bingo number 3. I have one more card and then a bingo. I love the next card. I've been wanting to play with this set for a while, and I have not much. So, yes, a coneflower. Thank you. Number 26. Thank you, Gloria. Number 3. Number 28. Sorry, I got the hiccups now. Number 19. Number 18. Okay, I'm going to slow down just a little bit. Number 24. All right, lots of B-I's. Paula has a B-I-N. Ooh, B-I-N-G now. So I'm going to slow down just a bit. Number 1. Cheryl has a B-I-N. Deb has B-I-N. Steph with a B-I. $29. Ooh, Deb has a B-I-N-G. Number 30. Oh, Marilyn. Maybe the next one you'll have. This one, Marilyn. 5. All right. Cindy has a B-I-N. Ooh, Stephanie has a B-I-N-G. Okay, I'm going to slow down because I'm one ahead of you guys right now. I'll slow down a little bit. Cheryl has a B-I-N-G. Steph has B-I-N-G. And there's one other one. Uh-oh, Marilyn, nothing yet, huh? 23. 23. Tanya has a B-I-N-G. Remember, it's the first person that has bingo. It says bingo gets it. Anything else will be a consolation prize. All right. I just put down the number, so we're just evening it up now at that weight. All right. The next number is 21. Cindy has a B-I-N-G now. I think there's like 4 of you with a B-I-N-G. Oh, Stephanie has a bingo, and so does Deb. So let's see. All right, Stephanie Stephanie has a 1, a 3, a 21, a 24, and a 30. So that's a good bingo. Stephanie has bingo. And a consolation prize for Deb. Let me look up here again. Deb, where are you? Deb, did you not have it? Oh, you didn't have bingo. Okay, so Stephanie has bingo. All right, Stephanie, congratulations. You are bingo number 3. Yay. All right, I don't see any other ones. Bad numbers for me tonight. Boo, all these, I'm sorry. Next time will be your time. Yay, Steph. All right. Now, one more card and one more bingo. And this set is one of the ones I have been wanting to play with for some time. And, oh, let me get all the cards out. And then I'll show you your bonus project too. Hi, Tanya. How are you? Sunset Coast. We're going to use the Spotlight on Nature, the Sunset Coast with the dies and the stamps. And I am really happy with this card. And you know what? I think I saw somebody do a card like this, but I don't remember who. This has been months ago. This is the first card I had made from this bingo. Let me see if I wrote my notes. No, I didn't write it down. So if you did this card, please post that you did this card because I don't remember. Rosie, you're claiming this one to be your bingo. All right, so here is the card. Do you guys remember seeing it? I don't remember if I saw it exactly or if I made some changes to it and got an idea from somebody, but I absolutely loved it. Gosh, I wish I could remember. Okay, I'm going to try and look for it. You know, what happens is I put Post-it notes on the back of a lot of my cards, and then they end up all over my desk. And then it's like, oh, well, like, here's one. Like, which card was that too? It's got measurements on it. I don't know. But I will try to look it up because I know I believe I cased this one, and I just don't remember who. But I will try and find it and put it on here if I can. But I loved the card, and I was like, and they might have just done this with this paper. I don't remember, but such a fun card. And then I even did some stamping on the inside. If you look at the dies, you're going to notice that the birds are all on one die. Let me see where my birds are. I have 2 sets of these dies. And then, okay, so here's the birds. There's 3 birds on one die. So I did, that's why I put them on the inside. So it's not going to be exactly like that person's. And I think I've seen multiple people do this, but it is such a fun set. I love this set. Okay, so here's project number 4. So on the inside, I hope it finds you happy. Let me find my dies. My stamps. Here they are. And we are going to stamp the inside. We'll move that over. We're going to stamp this one. And we're going to stamp this on the inside. And I hope, oh wait, this isn't right. Thinking of you today. Oh, that's on another set. Where's my, here it is. Here it is. All right, so this one we're going to do down here, wherever this note finds you, which I loved it. Yes, the DSP, look at the shimmer on that DSP. It is so beautiful. Even though I covered a lot of it up down here, look at how that water shimmers and all the way up to the sun. Isn't that gorgeous? Oh, well, happy birthday, Lisa. All right, so I am going to do this in Secret C. So that's what we're going to do our stamping in. And I'm going to actually put my silicone mat. Did you realize that the silicone mat, two things I like to do. I like a silicone mat to hold my ink pad so that it doesn't like slide so much. And I like to do this because instead of using your foam mat, which I don't always use because sometimes I just don't feel like we need it. I really think that our stamps and stuff just work great like they are. But number one, I like to be able to see this so that when I'm on here, I can see exactly where I'm going instead of on the white and trying to figure it out. Number two, it also has a little bit of a cushion. So I'm going to use this where this note finds you. And I'm going to go right on here and I'm looking at note finds you to, number one, make it straight. And number two, that's the longest line in the sentiment. So I'm looking at this, and I'm also looking because this is straight. And so if you look at that straight across right here, you're going to get it fairly straight on your sentiment paper. So that's where the first thing that we're going to do. All right, the second thing we're going to do is I hope it finds you happy. So this is our inside of a card. And we're going to have two birds up here, so you don't want to go too high, but I want to make this straight. And I'm just going to go like right here. And what I do here is I look at the block. And I just make sure I have the same spacing across the top of my block. And then I know that I'm pretty good about getting that straight. You know it's hot when your baby wipes are like really, like you pull it out to use it and an hour later it's completely dry. All right, so there's that one. All right, and we're going to add our birds in there, so we'll worry about that in a bit. Put that down. All right, so let's go ahead and add on the inside of our card, we're going to add our sentiment piece to our Poppy Parade is what I used. So the papers that I'm using are Secret Sea and Poppy Parade. Because I thought it worked perfectly with this paper. Yes, if you're working with a stamp set, look up your the title, which is Sunset Coast, and you're going to see so many amazing samples of this. And I'm so mad I can't remember who did this that I saw. But like I said, I made this card. This was the first card I made for June Bingo. And who knows where it's gone. I mean, my paper that had the name on it. I'm going to put that on the inside. Notice I did do 1/4 of an inch. I made it a little bit more because I'm not adding anything down here. I wanted a little more color. And we're going to look at our birds that we have on here. So let's see. We have 2 little birds and the big bird. The big bird is going to go on the front. So we'll move that one over there. And the little birds we're going to do, and we're going to put them in here. So we might as well do that now. So again, wipe off the little nozzle thing on your little glue. And okay, I'm going to use tweezers because this is way too tiny. And if you use your tweezers and you go in the middle of the wing, you're going to have room to add it. And because it's so tiny, I want to lean over my silicone mat and away from my card in case I drop it like that. Okay, so I'm going to pick this up. I'm going to lay it down like this when I lay it down. So I'm going to grab that a little bit more. I put too much glue right there. There we go. All right, so this one's going to go here. All right, so there's one. I'm trying to get my granddaughter to come visit for a week if she wants to. But she's having fun with her girlfriends. She was just with me and on our trip, so she's probably like, I was just there. I was just with you. but I think she might come and stay with us for a week. All right, so there we go. There's our birds. Look how cute that is, right? So we can set that aside. That part's done. And now we can add our sentiment on here. And see, now this is dark, so I'd like to take it off of there so I could see a little bit better. The other thing I can do is use my tweezers right here. I'm going to turn it sideways, and I'm going to go down right about there. So now I know just about the size of the edge and that side. Okay, but this needs to come down a little bit, which is where liquid comes in handy. I'm going to move that down just a little bit. There we go. So that looks good. Okay. Now let's do our sentiment. Our DSP. I'll show you the front of this one without all the stuff on top, and you can see the shine and stuff a little more. Look at this. Isn't that pretty? All of the images look like that, and it's beautiful. Marcie, I do not see how you pick up those small pieces of cardstock. I have to either use my tweezers or a putty stick. I know. Sometimes it's really hard. Oh, happy birthday to you guys. Today is my birthday too. Deborah, happy birthday. I think they're coming a little too quickly. It's so funny. You guys know my husband retired in January, and now he's getting phone calls from his coworkers that he used to work with, and like, hey, can we go to lunch and talk about retirement? I want to know this and I want to know that. So now he's like the person that's, helping people. Like, I want to retire in 4 years. I want to retire, what should I do? Where should I move? You got the Roth IRA and the, all that stuff. And so he used to be in charge of like the business, the employees' 401k and all that. So now they're all like, what do I do? What do I do? All right. This is going to straighten that a little bit. All right. Now we'll add this. Again, I left that outside edge. A couple reasons. The way I wanted this to be cut to be in the middle when you put this on there. I wanted that sun and the bird to be just so I made it smaller, and I liked having this edge around it. So it just depends on whatever your preference is. All right, so the first thing what I would recommend is putting your sentiment on, because you're going to put your sentiment. You want to leave a little bit of your DSP down there showing, but you want to, that's going to fit up there somewhere, but you've got to make sure. If you put this too far down and then you go to put your sentiment on, it's going to cover part of it up, and we don't want that. So let's go ahead and add our sentiment first. I'm going to add one in the middle. All right, again, I'm going to go down. I'm looking left and right just to make sure about my spacing, and then I'm giving myself that little bit of space down there, and that looks good. Now we're going to put this up here, and I want the house basically to go right about the line or just a little bit above, mainly because I want that sun to be in that spot right there. But again, make sure you poke out all of your little chads out of your lighthouse and out of your circle. So when you cut this, what you're going to do, if you want to make extras of this, all right, we're going to take the lighthouse and we're going to take the stitched looking one, which I believe is this one, the larger one, because we have the smaller one, but I think that's too small. I think it was this one. And this will go right inside Okay. I mean, it is a very, very tight squeeze. What I recommend is once you put these together, you're going to want to add tape to them. I would put tape right here where the larger piece is at, and I would put a piece of tape over here. And that way your image, if you are cutting them together, to be on the safe side, I would just cut your circles first, and then I would add this in the center of your circle. Because this is really like, it does kind of overlap. Like if you look like right here on these edges, I believe we cut these first, the circles first, and then did it, but you can, but I would be super careful because if you look, you still have a blade right here that could get caught. So you might want to, just be careful of those. But so I would recommend doing one at a time. Okay. All right. So now what we're going to do is we're going to glue these. So I'm going to glue the big stuff first. That way this glue starts to get a little tacky. Okay. Uh-oh. Make sure you get those. See, look at that big Chad was there. This is supposed to be hollow right there. All right. So be careful. I'm going to go all the way around the circle, but it's on the inside of the circle where you have just enough room. All right. You don't have to go on the outside. You can if you want to. If you did do it, I would do it like this. Well, first you're going to clean your nozzle so it doesn't stick and it's easier to use. And I would do this. I would just do a dot, like right. Like I wouldn't even squeeze your bottle after the first time. And you don't need it a whole lot. You just need a little bit. Okay, you already got that inner circle. Okay? So just like that. Now we're going to take this and I'm going to put that house just above sea level there, or whatever they call it, just above the line of the water. And you want your lighthouse to be straight. Okay, so you kind of adjust to where your lighthouse is straight. Okay, so there's that. And then just push down all those little bits. See, I had no glue come out because I did it just a little bit. That's trash. You need your bird. Gotta get our bird soaring through the sky. Okay. Okay. A little bit. All right, we're going to put him soaring through the sky, like right in front of the sun right here. All right, so there's that. And now you're going to have your twine. So I'm going to add a glue dot on that. Add a glue dot. Add some glue on both sides. And I'm going to go and put it below the corner over here. Okay, so you just have your glue dot and your holding that string there. And then we're going to take our gems and I'm just going to put them here, like these two in the water. And this one also in the water. We saw sea turtles too. They were beautiful. My kids were very excited. The grandkids absolutely loved it. So there we go. I have such a time with the reverse tweezers. I always want to squeeze them. Oh, I know. All right, so there we go. So there's that card. Look how pretty that is. And that's just a note to send to anybody for anything. So that is project number 4. I will show you the bonus project right after this bingo. Boy, we are just rocking and rolling tonight. Yesterday I had to like look at the cards again because it had been a while, and I was like, oh no, I don't even remember what they are. All right, so we are on to bingo number 4, and then I'm going to show you your bonus project, and then that will be Friday will be unboxing. Next week I will do your bonus project and my foil project for Monday and Friday. So one of them will be, I'll probably do, I don't know. We'll see. Not sure. All right, so good luck everybody on your last bingo. I love the bonus project, so I can't wait to share it with you. Number 14. It is amazing paper. I love it. Number 22. So I'm sure some of you have seen some of the unboxing already. I highly recommend that you get what you want as soon as you can, because as soon as the stuff goes on sale, it's always the holiday time is what seems like it goes super fast. Number 20. All right, I'm not sure what you're saying no for, Rosie. Am I behind? Nope, I'm not behind. Number 13. Number 21. Marilyn, where are you? I'm not calling any of your numbers. Let me shake them up. Number 15. Marilyn has a letter or a number. Not your numbers. Number 30. Number 26. Okay, so I have one person that wants a combination of holiday and not holiday. And I have 3 people that want holiday bingo. So you guys let me know what you want. Number, let's put it over here, 12. Ooh, Rose has a B-I-N-G. Look at you go. Number 29. My husband's so funny. He said, next time it's just us on vacation, because it was a lot. Number 16. We laugh because we're like, oh, we made it through. Everybody lived. Everybody survived. We had a great time. All holiday, but happy with whichever. Okay. Number 7. And like I said, I know the summer months are super busy. The earlier you can register, the better. Remember, even if you don't get to play bingo, you're still getting the projects, the video, and everything. So it's cheaper than a class. But it will be a lot of holiday stuff. Number 10. And I'm going to mix it up and, give you a variety if that's how I'm doing it. But I'm guessing it's going to be a holiday. But when I say holiday, it's going to be fall, Halloween, Christmas, and there might be something in there that's just new that it's not holiday. I don't know. It'll be all the new stuff though. 17, 10 and 17. Number 5. All right, we've got some BINs up here. Noreen, Gloria, Carmen, not Paula, Deb. Oh, I thought Paula was saying, no, you didn't have anything. Number 11. Oops. Well, Lisa, maybe it's because it's tomorrow. Maybe they're waiting to give you your big surprise tomorrow. 27. Ooh, Deb, B-I-N-G. Mix them up for you. Number 6. Thank you, staff. Number 2. Ooh, we have a B-I-N-G now with Deb, B-I-N-G with Carmen. Lots of B-I-Ns, so I'm definitely going to slow down a little bit. Ooh, Noreen has a B-I-N-G. All right, here we go. This could be it for somebody. Nothing. 8. They're an 8. Oh, Sherry, it would have been your lucky night. Well, it seems like we're running out of numbers, so maybe somebody's got it on the 8. Carol, Alice has a B-I. All right, next is 24. And Carol Helms with the B-I-N. Number 4. Ooh, B-I-N-G with Carol and Rosie. Thank you guys for joining the August bingo. I really appreciate that. That helps me figure out how many kits and stuff to do. Like I said, summer's a little slower, and hopefully we have the numbers for a bingo. Ooh, Deb has bingo. Let's see. Let's see. We have 4, 11, 17, 21, and 29. Congratulations, Deb. Yay, bingo number 4. So all of you, send me your orders, $100 or more. And the first $100 I will pay. And you can just buy as much as you'd like. And I will get your order put in for you as soon as you pay whatever's over. Because I'll invoice you, and then it will get sent off to you right away. Remember, there's no new items. No pre-order items can be added. And that is it. All right, so let me show you really quickly. I would like all holiday cards. Okay, so it seems like everybody wants holiday, except one person wanted a mixture. But don't worry, there's going to be a mixture of holiday. And I may toss something in that's new, that's not a holiday, but in our new release. All right, so here is a card. Let's see, did I write it on this one? My upline came with this card, and I changed it a little bit, but she did it for a class. And I was like, oh my gosh, I have to copy that. And we do that all the time. If I do a card, she'll be like, oh, I got to copy that card. And if I do a card, or she does a card, I'll be like, oh my gosh, I want to do that card for bingo. As you know, finding cards for bingo is kind of hard because you've got to do stuff that's not stamps. and this is not stamps. So this is the card, and then I just did that on the inside. You can add stamping or whatever. I just did thinking of you today, and you will get an envelope with it. So you'll get, this is what yours will look like. So it's not going to say bonus project on it because I didn't want to stick it on your envelope. And then all of your stuff is inside here to make your last card. So I will do this card online next week. All right. So yay, bingo's over. So while bingo's over, let me tell you really quickly, August bingo is August the 19th. Registration is open. I also have a paper share open for registration. So if you are interested in the holiday papers, I added the holiday paper, and I think there's 2 from the online exclusives, and they are all together in a paper share. Oh my gosh, you guys, the papers are amazing. There are 7 ribbons, 4 ephemera packs. And so the add-ons I did were the 3 combo 2-tone packages. I did the embellishments, which my flyer just went by. Let me look real quick. My embellishments, there are 8 packs. So the 2-tone packs of paper will be divided by 2. The embellishments will be divided by 2, the ribbons by 2, and the ephemera packs, you get 2 sheets of each, so that will be divided by 2 also. And then your DSP will be by 4. Okay. So if you're interested in the paper share, all I do is I add the dollar value up, shipping and tax to me, and then I do divide that by 4, and then I add shipping back to you, and that is the cost. If I expedite shipping, or it depends on what day it is, of course, and if I'm going to be home to do it, but you know, I turn it around and get it to you as quick as I can. And so I try to get that all ready for you and everything, and package it up in individual envelopes and label them for you and everything. So that is open for registration right now. If you're interested, all the links are below. And if you have any problems receiving a link, please let me know and I will get a link to you. And oh, good. I'm glad you love the bonus card. How are you, Stacy? Oh, good. I'm glad you guys like the cards, and I'm excited to show you all the goodies for us to see them on Friday. So it will be, normally Fridays are 3 o'clock. So I'm going to shoot for that. I should get it all tomorrow and be able to put it together, but I've got to go get my teeth cleaned and, you know, all those things. And I have 2 meetings online. And so there's a lot going on tomorrow. So, I'm shooting for Friday at 3 o'clock for my unboxing. So I will see you then. Have a great next 2 days, and I'll see you Friday. Thanks for playing bingo, and don't forget to sign up for next month. Bye, everybody.